What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Untamed Outdoorsmen Automotive. And today we are going to be doing a small upgrade to my 2014 Chevy Silverado 1500. This applies to the 2014 to 2018 Silverado and Sierras that already have the LED cargo bed upgrade. And today we're going to be installing some upgraded LEDs from Morimoto. In my opinion, Morimoto is in a league of their own in terms of quality when it comes to LEDs. They are second to none, in my opinion, when it comes to quality. And this upgrade is an upgrade for the LED bed lights that are in my 2014 Chevy Silverado. So those of you who don't know and are looking to get LED lights, for the 2014 to 2018 Silverado and Sierras, it was an option from the factory to get. So it did not come with all of the Silverados and Sierras. It was an option that you could get when you buy the truck. My truck did come with those from the factory, so I do have them pre-installed from GM, but many of them did not. Like I said, it was an option that you could get. So just so it's clear, this upgrade is not to get the LED lights in your bed. This is upgrading the existing lights that are already there. So if you're looking to get the LED bed lights put on your truck, that's a separate video. This is not that video, and this is not that product. This is an upgrade to the existing LEDs that are on there right now. So yeah, this is by the company Morimoto. Like I said, after experiencing some Morimoto products, I won't buy anything else anymore. So yeah, that's what this is, and hopefully this will allow us to get much brighter cargo lights in the bed. This is not the third brake light. We already have the third brake light. This is the two LEDs on the bed itself that help illuminate it. Let's get these out of the packaging here. If I had to guess, not going to look too much different from the OEM ones, but yeah, so this is what they are. I got Morimoto badging right on there as well, so people know what this is. These are DOT and SAE approved. I don't think that would be a huge deal for bed lights, but hey, you do have that labeling. You got your plug there that's already on my truck. Again, if you do not have the LED lights, you will not have anything to plug this into. Not anything super crazy to talk about, but I do use these bed lights a lot, or I guess the old bed lights. I do use them a lot on my vehicle. Those of you who don't know, we're a predominantly kayak fishing channel. I put my kayak in my truck bed. I am using those cargo lights pretty much every time, early in the morning, late at night. So they're getting a lot of use, and if I can get slightly brighter LEDs, that's a win. So yeah, not a whole lot to talk about with this. I'll leave a link in the description if anybody's interested in buying them, but yeah, let's get them thrown on. Okay guys, so I already have that Morimoto X3B third brake light right there. I love that thing to death. Eventually I'm going to get the tail lights for it because I like them so much, but as you can see, my truck already has the bed light upgrade on it. So again, if you don't have this, you're going to have to install the bed light upgrade first and then these Morimoto lights. Sorry about the rust. I'm going to deal with that at a later date, but that's not a today problem. But all right, so first thing we're going to have to do is get the old plug out of there. And I do believe we have a bolt that we have to, or a screw that we have to take out as well right there. So yeah, let's get to doing that. Okay guys, so it looks like it's going to be a 7mm on this bolt, and it looks like it's going to be a 7mm on that bolt, and we're going to have to take out that plug. So first thing I'm going to do is get that guy out. Might be a little crusty. Okay, so yeah, you're going to need a pick tool. Kind of push in that gray tab and then pull it the rest of the way. There we go. Okay, so you will need a pick tool. You will need a pick tool like this. You're gonna have a gray tab, so you're just gonna press the gray tab in with the pick tool and then push it out. So it's not too bad, and we're actually gonna hit that with some dielectric grease in a minute too. But okay, so we're gonna grab our 7mm socket, preferably like a really small one too, because it's kind of a crammed space, probably 1/4 inch. And then just unscrew that. And guys, I'm sorry if it seems like I'm figuring out as I go. This is my first time doing this, so bear with me. There we go. And remember the orientation that it comes out too. There it is. Okay. There's one, and then just need the other one. There we go. So it came out like that. We have to put, obviously, it back in the same direction. Okay, so we got the new one here. Gotta make sure we line it up so we can actually use it correctly. So now we're gonna mount it back up here, and then that's it. Really not bad at all. I don't think there's a torque spec for this or anything, just good and tight is plenty. Okay, that's good. And then one thing I am going to do, guys, really quick, I'm gonna add some dielectric grease onto the plug here, just because out in the elements and, you know, just better safe than sorry on this stuff. I always like putting dielectric anywhere I can. So just a little bit, just right on the connector there. I probably even added a little bit too much, but it is what it is. Okay. And rub that right on the tailgate there. And then just let that right in. Should just pop. There you go. So there we go. And then just push the tab in if there's a tab to push in. And then, yeah, we're good to go, guys. That looks good. Okay. So now that that's done, we're gonna go right to the other side, throw the other one on, and then once it's nighttime, I'll show you how it looks in the dark. But yeah, it looks good. Okay, guys, so we're on the other side. Again, excuse the rust. That's a project for another day. So I'm gonna get the spider webs out of here. So we're gonna take our pick tool, find that little gray tab, press it up, and then push it the rest of the way out. Okay, it's out. So one thing to add too, so the LEDs are not directional, so there's not a left side, there's not a right side. So when they orient them on the passenger side, this is the passenger side now, it just kind of goes right into the inside of the bed. On the driver's side, it has to kind of loop around and then go in. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so for the passenger side, it's the opposite. So the Morimoto logo is facing the back of the truck. It is cold out here. Okay, good. Now take our dielectric, plug that in, and then we're good to go. Push it in so you hear the pop. There we go. And press that tab in, and then we are good to go, guys. So they are both done. We'll wait a few hours and then see how they look at nighttime, but I fully expect these to be a pretty good upgrade to the stock ones. So yeah, see you guys in a few hours. Okay, everybody, so this is the completed installation on my 2014 Chevy truck. And as you can see, it is pretty bright. Compared to stock, I would say it's probably 20 to 30% brighter. I do have a picture that I'm going to display right now of how the old one looked versus how the new one looked. And I would say 20 to 30% brighter is about accurate. Granted, we do have the kayak in the middle there, but I do believe that this does improve it slightly. You know, this might not be worth it for everybody, but I think for how often I use these bed lights, I do think it is worthwhile for me to get, and I do like these. All right, everybody, so that is actually going to do it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed that small install on my pickup truck. So to answer the question, is it worth it to buy? Truthfully, right now, I'm leaning a little more towards no, mainly because the difference is small, but it's not worth springing for the upgrade if your current lights are still good. You know, if you're in a situation where, you know, these trucks are getting a little bit older, if you're using your bed lights a lot and one eventually goes out, if you're in that situation and one of your lights goes bad, this is definitely a worthwhile upgrade to get over OEM once one of your original lights go out. But if you have two good functioning LED lights from the factory that are still working fine, this isn't worth getting rid of those and upgrading to these. I don't see a big enough improvement to warrant that. But again, if one of your lights goes bad, then I definitely recommend getting these over buying the OEM ones again. So yeah, that's definitely my thoughts on that. You know, in my opinion, better that I buy it and show you guys on video if it's worth it or not. And I am going to get my use out of these for sure. So definitely not unhappy with my purchase, but definitely only really worth it once one of your lights go bad. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely stay tuned for more fishing content. Those of you who are subscribed for the fishing content, we'll be right back to it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.